Welcome, colleagues. Welcome to the MBA Accelerator channel. I'm George Sloan. I curate this channel as well as the My Ford University channel, my main channel. But this one is specifically geared to people that are interested in MBA level skills without having to go and deal with the hassle, the time, and the expense of going and getting a degree. This channel is very focused on that kind of individual. If you are early in your career in a corporate professional, or you're a mid-manager and you're looking to make a change, um, in terms of your skill set and the abilities that you're able to deliver, the value you can deliver, you're in the right place. So the MBA Accelerator is where you can learn knowledge, skills, and the concepts, models, frameworks, processes of an MBA. But more importantly, you can learn it super fast and you can apply it even faster, which will then lead you to outcomes. What kind of outcomes? Well, I'm willing to guess that the reason why you're thinking of going and getting MBA in the first place is you would like a raise, you would like a promotion, you would like a new job. These are all valid reasons to go and get one, but quite frankly, there's no guarantee. But if you want to get the knowledge, the skills, and the abilities, and you want to get it super quick and to be able to apply it, my advice to you is to stick with us. Um, the MBA Accelerator, is all about the knowledge and skills being developed quickly and applied even faster. If you've ever thought, I need an MBA level set of skills to move up, but I can't put my life on hold, one of the things that no one ever thinks about, I mean, an MBA takes 2 years of your life and it takes upwards of $200,000. But what a lot of people don't think about is the opportunity cost. If you don't continue to work in your current capacity, you're losing the money that you make as an income, which adds to the total cost. When you look at it that way, the ROI gets really, really bad. So I say don't leave your current position until you're ready, and you'll be ready sooner than you think because you'll have new skills and new abilities. You're in the right place here at the MBA Accelerator. Here we cut through all the fluff, the filler, the bullshit, plain and simple. And we don't do long lectures. We don't do outdated case studies. We don't do theory, theory, theory. We talk about real world business tools that get you results and get you results fast in the real world. This channel is designed for early career professionals looking to rise quickly or mid-career professionals ready to take the next leap, whether it is a raise, a promotion, or a complete career reinvention or a new position someplace else. And you can get that right here. Every video is going to be relatively short, it's going to be focused, and it's going to be actionable. You're going to learn what MBAs learn: strategy, marketing, finance, leadership, analysis. But it's going to be simplified into plain English and practical applications. I've often said to many people, an MBA is not as impressive as it seems. In fact, I believe a motivated 12-year-old could learn the basic concepts, models, frameworks, processes, and skills, and they just would need a way to apply it. The bottom line is it's not that complicated. The mystique is not really there, and I'm going to peel back the curtain and show you that. Think of it as your shortcut to competence. Because the truth is business doesn't reward credentials. No one really cares anymore, that you have a degree. A lot of major corporations are now focused on the idea that, hey, can do you have the knowledge and skills to, solve problems, deliver results, and provide outcomes that are positive? Can you help us make money? Can you help us save money? Can you help us, enter new markets? Can you help us in understanding our customers better? Can you analyze our competition and give us a working action plan as to what to do to deal with that competition? Well, if you have certain skills that an MBA possesses, which I think you can get relatively quickly, you'll have the ability to do just that. And corporate America will reward capability and credibility, not necessarily pure credentials. I mean, you might open the door for you, but if you can't cut the mustard, as they say, and do the job, you're not going to be there very long. So it is exactly what we teach here. We teach you how to learn things quickly, how to apply them, and use the various deliverables to get your end objectives, which are in most cases, I'm pretty certain in making this assertion, a raise, a promotion, a new job, or a career reinvention altogether. So you're going to find four types of videos, in this particular channel. First, you're going to get frameworks. These are going to be things like SWOT analysis. These are going to be things like the BCG matrix. balanced scorecards, to name many, many more. Second, you're going to get thinking tools. We're going to talk about systems thinking, first principles thinking, and inversion thinking, for example, as well as critical thinking. Third, you're going to get applications. You know, how to build a business plan, how to build a strategy map. You know, it's very, formulaic in many ways, but you've got to have the foundations and have an understanding and then be able to apply it. And we think you can do it in a matter of as little as a weekend if you really wanted to, as opposed to spending 2 years of your life, chasing something where you're going to sit in classes like I used to, like this, going, please get to the point. That's what we're going to do differently here. So the fourth thing you're going to get is results, and the results are, deliverables that are going to help you demonstrate your value and actually give outcomes that you and your employer are going to be looking for, and that's going to make a difference. And again, it can be life changing, and it doesn't take years. It can be done even in a little as a day. But I say to people, take a weekend and do it. I tend to do very quick sprints and surges on a weekend, and it's amazing what you can get done. And I'll share my approach to doing that. I've done it successfully over and over again. By the end of this journey, you're not just going to understand the business, you're going to be able to speak it, apply it, and prove it. That's where, this is separated from a degree holder from a true decision maker. you know Once you have the knowledge and skills, you can walk the talk, walk the walk and talk the talk. You'll be able to talk to MBAs and understand what they're saying, and they'll think you are an MBA because you're going to know all the approaches and concepts that they know. The real differentiator, and I've seen this happen before, is MBAs will sometimes rest on their laurels, so to speak, and say, "Oh, I'm an MBA. I don't have to do anything." No, what you really need to do is get the knowledge and skills and then turn around and actually apply it in a way that delivers positive results and outcomes. Um, so if you're ready to skip the classroom and get straight to the results, welcome to the MBA Accelerator. I would really enjoy interacting with you as colleagues, because, as I say, I believe that there are many ways to circumvent getting an MBA that are far less expensive, both in terms of time and money, and get you the results that you want, and sometimes even better results far quicker. So this is a smarter, faster, more practical path to the next level of your career or your business. I say, let's get started. So what I would recommend that you consider doing, it'd be great if you subscribe, but even better, give me a like, share me with somebody. I always say, don't keep us a secret, let people know. Um, I'm also putting together an accelerator course that, an 8 to 12 hour MBA accelerator that can be done over the course of a weekend. That course is going to be rolling out in a matter of weeks. I am looking for 10 beta testers. Please consider joining the waitlist for the MBA Accelerator course. That, as I say, will really accelerate your approach. But stick around long enough, and you're going to get most of what you need just by following the channel. Additionally, this is a sub-channel of my main channel, the myforduniversity.com, where I cover a much broader spectrum of topics. This one, again, is specifically geared towards people that are interested in MBA, particularly corporate professionals that are looking to move up. And again, you've thought about an MBA, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. Glad that you're here. I'm George Sloan. This is the MBA Accelerator channel.